I am going to be doing your Scorpio September 2019 reading. Right, so if you are not familiar with my channel, I do read intuitively, and this is a general reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Don't try and fit the reading to your story, right? Like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's probably meant for someone else. Okay, for those of you who have been following me, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If you like what you hear, please do comment. I do love to read comments and respond. Do like, share, and subscribe. Also, do check out my other videos. Have a look at your rising, your moon sign, Venus, as well as Jupiter if you're looking for love. Keep that in mind, right? Don't just settle on your sun sign, right? Messages, again, because I read intuitively, messages tend to be, there's usually tends to be multiple stories. So there may be something to do with love, something to do with career and finances. It just depends on where you're sitting. Also, take into consideration that time is fluid and not linear. So if something is currently not happening in your life, it's not to say that it may not happen 3 months from now, 3 weeks from now, whenever, right? We're all on this continuum, but we're all at different phases, right? Okay, so again, for those of you who follow me or know that I do tend to shuffle and do like a pre-meditation before I start on camera. So let's kind of go over that, Scorpio, before we start. So I had a couple different messages come out. So the first message that I got, I believe, was the Six of Swords and the Two of Cups came out together. So some of you maybe could be, not necessarily, but could be in a transition, right? So it's possible that it has to do with definitely possible that it has to do with a relationship, right? With the Two of Cups being there, that's romantic love, partnership, proposal, or marriage. But with that Six of Swords, it kind of tells me that either you're moving forward towards, I look at it when I saw it as moving towards. So you're possibly moving towards a new romantic partnership, right? Whether it's new, I'm not 100% sure. It could be, it's still in the cards, right? Like with the pre-shuffle, I didn't get anything that was past related yet. However, that could still happen, right? So the other cards that I got were the Two of Pentacles. So I get the feeling, Scorpio, that you are weighing your options. You are multitasking. There are choices that you are having to make. Again, this could be career, or it could be the whole romantic part, right? Maybe this new love partnership versus an old partnership. Because with this transition, it could be that you are weighing the option of, do I stay single or do I get into this relationship? I also got the Eight of Cups, right? So that's all about abandonment and like withdrawing, right? Retreating, taking off, like moving on, right? So again, for some of you, you may be moving on from a relationship and moving towards someone else, right? Again, whether or not that's a great idea, I mean, if you're moving towards love, sure. Love is always, a bonus. However, I would really think about like self-care first, right? Really kind of focus on that, because I mean, it would really benefit you in the end, right? As well as the other person, right? Like, do take your time. Don't move. Like, thankfully, from what I'm seeing, the movement cards are not quick moving, right? Like, I believe the Six of Swords is like a boat, right? Like a gondola of sorts, right? So you're not moving that quickly. So again, take your time. Don't just like flow into something, like move into something. The last card that I got for you was the Five of Swords. Again, that has to do with abusive relationships. So Scorpio, whether or not you were in one, you know, again, it could be relationships of all kinds, right? It could be a romantic relationship, it could be family, it could be relationships at work even, right? Like maybe some people that are not so nice in your life, you know, again, friends, all that kind of stuff, right? Like it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. All right, Scorpio. So what I'm going to do is we're going to shuffle a little bit on camera and then we're going to get right into your reading. Okay. Divine Mother, Divine Father, Spirit Guides, Ancestors. Please allow me to connect with the collective of Scorpio. So Jupiter this time for September 2019. Please allow messages to come in clearly. For collective of Scorpio for September 2019. Messages here for collective of Scorpio, so Jupiter for September 2019. Let's look at the sense, Scorpio, that you've got options, whether that is love related or work related. I keep seeing options, so let's see what the reading shows. Scorpio, September 2019. Okay, what are the messages for Scorpio, September 2019? Okay, so first card out is the Eight of Pentacles, right? So this really symbolizes you mastering your craft, right? Really focusing on your work at the moment. Okay, and then I also got the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands definitely is someone is moving towards you with this fire energy, this passionate energy. Whether or not that's good for you at the moment, that is yet to be seen. The Knight of Wands is kind of that, like, the player card, so do be wary of that. But again, he's like the type of person that's like in and out, not really in it for the long haul, just kind of in right now and then kind of pull himself out and maybe a few weeks down the line call you up again, right? So it might not be the energy that you kind of want. Okay. Or it might be that that's what you're kind of doing at the moment. I know it's like typical of a, you know, fire behavior. So this can either be, kind of feel like it's a Sagittarius or a Leo, but that's what I'm kind of feeling. Anyway, let's see. Any other messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter for September 2019? Okay. What are the okay, so we got Temperance, right? So Temperance is all about balance, harmony, right? That self-control. Maybe you do need self-control when it comes to this Knight of Wands, right? Right? Or maybe this Knight of Wands, like again, we don't want to, let's not throw in this whole negative aspect to it, but maybe this Knight of Wands is needed, like to give you that sense of balance, like you've been working so much and that's all you're focused on. Maybe this Knight of Wands comes in to shake things up and kind of get you to balance your work life with your social life, right? Or your, you know, private life, let's say. So it's not all work. Okay. Any other messages for Scorpio for September? Ooh. All right, so I see the Page of Swords. So typically the Page of Swords is centered around people that are possibly gossiping about you or spying on you at this time. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be the whole, it could be this Knight of Wands is watching you, moving towards you, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be negative, but again, with sometimes even gossiping, I mean, like, we think of gossiping as something negative, right? Like always talking, talking shit about someone or whatever, right? Like talking smack. That is not necessarily the case, right? Sometimes when you're gossiping, like, it could be your girlfriends, right? Just chatting about a guy that you kind of are into, right? Or someone that's been, calling you or texting you, right? So keep that in mind. So at the bottom of the deck, I have the Fool, right? So this is your overall energy, Scorpio, for the month of September. I'm seeing that you're at a point where you are possibly thinking of taking chances, right? And really like going for that leap of faith, right? Maybe this Knight of Wands is giving you that fresh hope, right? That like, I am attractive and I am this and I'm that, right? It makes you feel alive again because you've been so focused on work, right? Let's kind of look into that. What is the Eight of Pentacles here for Scorpio for September 2019? We have Judgment. Any other messages? Okay, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so I feel like this definitely is a change of position. So maybe, again, you went from having that mentality of like focusing on work to now focusing on a new project or new romance. I really want to say it's a romance because I'm seeing this Knight of Wands. And maybe, again, like, for some people, maybe casually dating or really, you may not even be looking for a relationship per se, right? I don't want to like use the term, whatever. But it could just be, again, like this person is coming in to like get you out of your monotonous work schedule, right? Just kind of like shaking things up. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Ooh, my goodness, everybody is popping out. Okay, so for the Knight of Wands, this is someone who in the past you've had to possibly withdraw or retreat from, okay, and abandoned you. When I see this card, I associate this with unrequited love or like an ex, okay? And I honestly, when I see this together, it doesn't necessarily mean that like, okay, this person, and maybe it wasn't you. Maybe you weren't the one who retreated. Maybe they did, right? Maybe they just chose to be friends. Who knows? It could be vice versa, right? But whatever it is, or whoever it is, I feel like, again, it's someone you may have even had an on and off again relationship with this individual, given the fact that he is the, he is, I do see the Ace of Wands. I keep thinking of Ace of Wands, but this is, you did get the Ace of Wands, but this is not the Ace of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands, right? So this Knight of Wands is definitely someone that you've been on again, off again for a little while with, okay? Maybe this individual, someone is spying on you. Could be that individual, and maybe someone's gossiping too, right? Like, it's possible that someone is, oh, look at that, look at Scorpio, like, that Knight of Wands is like, at it again, right? Who knows? That's what I'm seeing. Kind of want to look into this Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups here for Scorpio for September? The Lovers. All right, so this individual, this on again, off again relationship that you're having is definitely a deep love, okay, between two people. All right, it was a partnership at one point. So even though he's got this fire energy, it could just be that maybe you are not ready for a relationship, and this could be even like this could be you, Scorpio. Maybe again, cross watcher, right? You could be the one who's not ready for a relationship at the moment, so you're in and out, right? Yes. But like I hate using like the twin flame kind of term, but it could be again like with this back and forth business, it's possible. Like it is possible, right? Do be careful with that. Do be careful with that. I mean, everybody likes to say that, oh, like they want to be in union with their twin flame, but again, do be wary of that. It's constant back and forth. So even if you do come into union, like at some point, like you have to be on the same page. There is no way that it's going to work out if you are not on the same page. Okay? All right, let's see. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Any other messages for Scorpio regarding the Eight of Cups for September 2019? Okay, so I got Eight of Wands and the Sun. All right, so Scorpio, definitely messages are going to be coming in back and forth between the two of you, possibly, before any actual meeting up or anything physical. But while these messages are coming in, it's definitely bringing a sense of enlightenment, right? It feels good, like bringing the sun back again. Could be a sun, it could be a fire type energy. It could be a Leo you're involved with, or if somebody has Leo, strong placement of Leo in their chart. It doesn't have to be. But I feel like definitely there's messages, and I don't feel like they're messages one direction. Like I feel like both of you are kind of back and forth with it. Okay, let's see about this Temperance. Why is Temperance here for Scorpio for September 2019? Show me clearly, please. Okay, so in regards to Temperance, I did get, okay, so we got the Four of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles, right? So, again, this whole balance and harmony. I feel like, which is funny with these two, it's like focused on your money, right, at the moment. It could be, again, I feel like most of this is relationship based, but this could be related to here. So you were in this focus, like really working hard, right? And you're doing this because you want, you're worried about the future, right? You're literally thinking about your money, right? Some assets. And I feel like, you know, you've been working hard, you've got that patience, but things, it's interesting how it goes from an 8 down to a 4, and then now we're at the 7, right? So it's almost like there is movement. So there is movement, however, it's not completely where you want it to be, right? Like you feel like, and it's possible that it could be you want this in order, or you don't, the reason why you're in this whole in and out is because you're not financially at where you want to be. So you don't think that this person, you know, may want to be with you. or you may not feel completely secure yet to really get into this relationship. Let me see. Why is the Four of Pentacles here for Scorpio for September 2019? Show me clearly, please. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Why is the Four of Pentacles here for Scorpio, September 2019? Show me clearly, please. Messages regarding the Four. Any messages regarding... Oh, okay. So, Five of Pentacles. So it could be that you're in competition. Maybe this is at work. Like maybe you're just going through some challenges, or there's some obstacles. There definitely looks like there's something in your way, which is why you went from an 8 to a 4 and now at a 7. But it is slowly moving. Again, it's almost at like a snail's pace. Let's see, any other messages? Ooh. But it's definitely something that's like giving you some grief and anxiety, right? Like the money situation is worrisome for you right now. And again, this might be the other person, right? Do keep that in mind. It may not just be for Scorpio. This may be the other individual, which is why they're in this like, what's it called? Fire kind of energy, right? This passion, but not in the pentacles kind of way, right? You're not doing it, you're not making your way for the long haul. It's like, again, this could be the other individual, right? All right, I want to kind of see who this Page of Swords is. Why is the Page of Swords here? Ooh, just talking about this Knight of Pentacles. So this person watching you is possibly the Knight of Pentacles. Messages regarding the Page of Swords for Scorpio, September 2019. All right, so this Knight of Pentacles, so interesting, Scorpio. I'm not sure why this Knight of Pentacles is moving towards you after he's displayed some dishonesty, some betrayal, and running away. It could be that this individual who was gossiping is running and is not paying attention to where he's going and going to end up kind of smacking into this Knight of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Swords here for Scorpio? Got the Empress card. So this individual may have gotten away. Again, okay, so for some of you, Scorpio, I almost feel like if this isn't you, this Knight could be that ex, right? Like maybe in the future, like not at this exact moment, but later on, maybe moving towards you. And I feel like this individual kind of got away with someone. And it could be that lover, right? Like stole them right then from under your nose. Ultimately, you can't steal someone. They choose to go, right? And I think that that's kind of what happened here. You are betrayed. This individual possibly left you and is now trying to walk on back into your life. I don't see it being like they're coming in to harm. Like I honestly don't feel that. However, I don't like the way this Page of Swords is looking. Like, so we can get it close. Focus. doesn't really focus well, but if you look at his face, he doesn't seem like a really genuinely nice person. They've got a scowl, kind of. And kind of feel like this individual is very low vibrational. And I feel like this Knight of Pentacles is getting away from that low vibration energy and moving towards you, right? It's possible. All right, I want to see about this Fool. What are these, like, new beginnings or chances that you're taking? All right, this fell out of the deck. I'm going to start shuffling it. So this could be you, Scorpio, right? Trusting in yourself, using your intuition. But you damn right know that there's some secrets and mystery happening here. You don't know exactly. There's a lot of gray area. Let's just put it that way, Scorpio. There's a lot of gray area, and you know something is not sitting right in your stomach. You're just like, I don't know about this. And you're questioning things, right? Any other messages regarding the Fool for Scorpio, September 2019? Show me clearly, please. All right. So like I talked about earlier when I first started shuffling, right? Didn't I say, bottom line, you have options. This leap of faith or this taking chances, you've got options. You can, if you like. And again, there could be two individuals. It could be a Knight of Wands as well as the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this might be a soulmate versus a twin flame type, I guess, relationship. And ultimately, it's whichever avenue you want to go down, right? Ultimately, whatever it is, don't let it keep you in this Nine of Swords energy. If this is just for work related, still, like, maybe you do need to have some fun with this Knight of Wands, right? In order to kind of get yourself out of that feeling, right? Again, don't do anything crazy, but, you know, if you can do something, please protect yourself. All right, so Scorpio, I am going to use my Oracle deck, so my Dreams of Gaia Tarot deck, to clarify some things for you for the month of September. September 2019. Okay. Please allow messages to come clearly. Scorpio. September 2019. All right. Messages for, oh, all right. Messages for, all right, Scorpio. So your first card out I got was the 11 of Fire. So that is your masculine and feminine, okay, energy. So what this card means is currently at the moment you are in a very balanced state, right? So I know this card came out, where is it? Temperance, right? It's all about balance, right? So at the moment, you are really balanced when it comes to your feminine and masculine energy, right? You are not, if you were imbalanced, it would have came out in the reverse. But currently you are balanced, okay, when it comes to the feminine and masculine energy. Okay, keep in mind we all have feminine and masculine energy. It's just some people tend to be very focused on one or the other. Ultimately, you want to be balanced, and you don't want to be just in one, we're leaning towards one way, I guess. So for your second card, the 12 of air. So it's the scribe. So this card really symbolizes exactly what it says, the scribe. So scribes take down information, right? They dictate, like they're all about looking up info and really like communication, right? And receiving knowledge. Okay, so like if you look, he's got information like coming in, going out, right? There's even up here, right? So he's receiving it from the divine, right? He's speaking and it's being written out. Okay, so written word. I feel like at this time, there's information that is coming to light. Okay, and maybe I kind of get the feeling like some of you really should start journaling. I know like Scorpio, you like your secrets, right? You really like this priestess, right? You like your secrets. But I think that journaling and like writing things out is only going to benefit you. It's also a healing process, right? Like getting things out so it's not stuck inside, right? Again, be wary with how much information you give to people. I don't think everyone has your best interest at heart. So you need to really be attentive in terms of your intuition, right? And who should know what, right? But again, you guys are Scorpios. You're really good at like keeping the secrets, right? So withholding information from at the right time kind of thing. Not to say that all Scorpios keep secrets. Hey, I'm a Scorpio rising myself, so there are certain things that their thoughts, whatever, that no one else knows, right? And I think that's applies to everyone, right? There's always that little bit of you that you don't divulge to people, right? You don't really give away who you truly are, right? Like your authenticity. It's not to say that you're not authentic. You're just not everything is written down for everyone to read, right? The last card to come out for a clarifier is the Two of Air. If you look at this card, it's really balanced again. So I feel like, boom, this is a balance. We've got Temperance earlier, and now we have the Two of Air, right? Like chakras are lit up, right? It's really looking at both sides and understanding that both sides are needed, right? The dark, the light, right? You need to genuinely love yourself. Love the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever. Okay? We all make mistakes. We all grow, right? But I feel like having shame or feeling, that Nine of Swords energy where it's like grief, depression, it's not worth it. Like don't keep yourself at that level. Like you have so much to offer. I don't think that things are not always black and white, right? Like we talked about, there's a lot of gray area, right? But I see, again, like even looking at the High Priestess, like if you look, there's a black pillar and there's a white pillar, right? So it's really knowing, like, needing to keep that balance. All right, Scorpio, that has been your September 2019 general reading. Do hit the like button if you like. Please do comment, share, subscribe. Do comment. I do read all the comments and respond back in a timely manner. I appreciate all those who hung in there till the end of the video. I do have an Instagram page that if you want to follow, you're more than welcome. It's Kelly_Moonbeam.gems. I don't do any tarot readings on there currently. I thought about possibly doing that for the future, or maybe doing some pick-a-cards on there live. Currently, I do have a few, like I do put out like daily guides, right? I always do like a little meditation in the morning and kind of like try to tap into the collective and just put out a reading, right? So that does happen on a daily basis unless I really can't do it. Like if the energy is zapped totally from me, then like it's probably why I'm not posting. Also, I am starting a jewelry business on the side, so that is all on there. So there are random pictures of different various pieces that I'm kind of working on. Currently, it's just available for friends and family, but do look forward to the future, possibly putting things up for sale. So that has been your September reading. Scorpio, have an awesome night or day, depending when I post this. I feel like I'll probably do it in the morning because I'm exhausted. So yeah, many blessings.